ladies and gentlemen. Lovely to see so many of you here this evening. Hopefully you can see I'm trying not to stand in front of the screen there, so I think I'll just run along the back here. Welcome to our AGM. We're going to keep the AGM as short as possible, you'll be pleased to know. And then we'll get on to tonight's speaker. Format for the AGM is going to be a little bit different to our normal meetings. So we're going to have the AGM first of all, then we're going to break and have quick refreshments, and then Dad will be talking to you about Troy. So so that's going to be the format of the evening, and we'll take questions and answers at the end as usual. But the main bit, the refreshments, are going to be after the AGM. Welcome again to our new home. Just to let you know, I haven't told you yet, Alan, you might have seen the email. I've had an email through today to say that the library, the community centre, isn't going to be ready until at least January 2026. And it looks like that could be extended. The library's staying open, the library's going to move into the main room, but the rooms are not going to be available at least for another 12 months. I don't know whether I should say this because it's recording, but I mean, you know council timescales, so what January it's going to be available in. That was just something I wanted to point out to you. So we're going to be here really for the foreseeable future. Okay, so let's get on with the AGM. As always, prod me if I do something wrong, won't you? Because this is a once-a-year event, so there's always something that I forget. So, Alan, have we got any apologies?
We have. We've got Will Padley, we've got Byron Hooper, Sue Stevens and Adam Madeley. Does anybody know of any other apologies that I'm not aware of? No.
Super, excellent, okay, thank you. So just to introduce you first of all to the council members of the society, for those of you who are new members and perhaps don't know, we've got Graham on the end there, we've got John, we've got Linda, we've got me, as you know, Simon, we've got Alan, who's secretary, we've got Philippa, we've got Malcolm, and we've got John on the very end there as well. And you're always more than welcome to come and join us, you know, don't just leave us lots to do the hard work. Okay, so minutes of the meeting of March 2024, the last AGM, you all received a copy of those. Is everybody happy to accept those as a true record of the meeting of March 2024? Yeah. Anybody against, or is everybody in favour of that? Yeah, super. Okay. You're happy for me to sign off those minutes? Excellent. Right, shall I do it in the presence of all? Oh, thank you. Excellent, thank you. And looking through the minutes earlier, I don't think there were any matters arising unless I've missed anything off there. There was nothing on there, was there, Alan? I don't think that we weren't going to discuss elsewhere. So if everybody's happy, I will get on with my report, which I've left over here. So, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. You can go to sleep for a few minutes if you want to now. Until what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cover that up so that I'm not staring into. What do you?
Yeah, it's all right. I'll do that. There we go. There we go.
Super, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I've written it down just to read out because there's always things that I forget. So I wanted to say this evening that societies like ours don't just happen. The reason that they're successful and why we keep so many members year on year is that the people who run them on behalf of the members, the people you see here, are enthusiastic about ensuring that the best of times is had by all and that everyone goes away having learned something new. Success relies as well on you, so it's a partnership between the council and yourself as members, and it's important that you as members take a full role in society, interacting with speakers, asking questions and suggesting new talks, and I know that's exactly what we do, and that's why I think we are successful. This year we had talks ranging from forensic pathology through to reminiscing about our favourite childhood toys, and Linda asked us where did the dinosaurs go, Philippa enthralled us with tales of her and John's visit to Vietnam and Cambodia. Becky Randall again visited us and told us about the benefits of chemistry. So we've got a real wide range of subjects. Our very own doctor in the house, Phil Daty, was there to tell us all about the heart. And just in case you actually needed to go to hospital at any point to find out about your heart, we learned about the history of the Corbett Hospital as well. Max Keane was a pirate, and yeah, many of you then got involved with the Christmas 10-minuters. So all in all, a pretty packed year. On a more solemn note, we've lost some of our most strident supporters this year, who were at the founding meeting in 2007, namely Joan Hooper and Trevor Raybould, both honouring members. It was an honour and a privilege to know both of them, and again I thank them both for the support that they gave to the society, the guidance and their humour at all of the meetings that we had with them. It's again been an absolute privilege to be your chairman for another year. I'm so proud of the society and what we achieve year on year. This is going to be our 18th year of existence, so I think it's happy birthday to all of us. We have reached maturity. Well, I don't know about that. I'm sure I'll get there eventually, but not just yet. I want to thank Alan especially for keeping the show on the road and making sure that I do what I have to do. I get messages from Alan saying, have you sent out the link to the Zoom meeting? Have you done this? Have you done that? So I'm forever grateful to Alan for prompting me, and he does it so politely as well, rather than the proverbial kick up the backside actually, which I deserve. I want to thank Sue, so if you can pass Sue's thanks on behalf of all of us, for keeping such a careful eye on the numbers and ensuring that we stay financially sound and can face challenges as they arise, such as the change of venue and being able to pay speakers when we need to. And also I want to thank all the council members that you see before you for making meetings flow seamlessly and for their endless enthusiasm in our council meetings and beyond those. It really can't work without the people that you see here. And the meetings that we have are always enjoyable and we always get a lot done. So thank you all. And you know what, they don't take too long either, do they? We kind of get it done and yep, there we are, we can go and watch the football. Yeah. So once again, but the main thanks is to you, our members. When I put up a poster in the library 18 years ago asking if anyone would be interested in forming a group to discuss subjects of science and history, I had absolutely no idea what this would become. Being your chairman has been an honour, and we were working it out, and it is for the last 18 years. And I thank you for allowing me to do that. It really has been an honour and a privilege. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm off. Well, not quite literally, because you're still going to have to put up with me, I'm afraid. I know that the society is in the more than capable hands of Linda as chair and Philippa as vice chair. Think of them as the Cagney and Lacey of the Wombat Industrial Scientific and Historical Society. I think we need the theme tune every time that we have our meeting. So, thank you all so much. I'm not going to say hasta la vista, as somebody once did, rather au revoir. So, Linda, she's all yours, you know. That's it. She's yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Well, how do I follow that? I mean, I took on the role. I wasn't actually going. I told Simon I wasn't going to say this, but I took on the role because I thought it was going to be easy. Because what does he do?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I think it's going to come as a shock, isn't it? But he'll be there guiding anyway. Okay, so first of all, I think we need is about the Treasurer's report. Okay.
Right. Okay. There we go. Right. So I've just divided this basically into the income figures and expenditure figures comparing 2024 with the previous year. Membership fees have increased compared with 2023. The society last year had 63 members, plus 7 honorary members recognised for their long-standing contributions to the society, and 1 junior member. We hope the junior member comes back sometime this year. Unfortunately, as Simon's already mentioned, we did have to say goodbye to Joan Hooper and Dr. Trevor Raybould. And so we now have only 5 honorary members now. If you haven't already renewed your subs for 2025, Sue's, my wife, who's the treasurer, prefers you to do so by backs or by cheque, although we have allowed cash renewals. It's better if you place those in an envelope with your name on it so that we can tally up the cash with whoever's given it to us. Otherwise, it gets lost in the sums, and we may not think you're renewed your membership. So far, we've had 14 confirmed renewals. Unfortunately, we don't bank online, so we have to wait for the next statement, and Lloyd's isn't that quick before we can confirm renewals by banks. So that figure will go up, we know. So this year we've also had an income stream from non-members' fees, because we've reintroduced guest fees. We had stopped those after COVID, I think it was, and we decided for a while just to have not to have membership fees, but we have reintroduced that. This has entailed a little bit more work from John Cooper at the welcome desk, and we appreciate all the help that he gives in crowd control at the front desk. Thanks also to Linda, who's willing to bank the cash income for Sue at Lloyd's Kings Winford. We have lost our Lloyd's bank, as you know, in the village, which is a shame. Income from refreshments, very healthy, £117.35, compared with £40 roughly in 2023. Expenses. The main expense, one of the main expenses is room hire. That's actually gone down compared with 2023. We expect that to go up this year because we're in more plush surroundings and we have to pay for it. Speaker fees have increased on last year, on 2023. And that's since COVID, I think. Speakers now recognise their worth and they charge us a little bit more, but that's fine. We also made a Christmas gift to Beverly, who was a caretaker at the library. She never complained when we overran, and we overran quite a few times. And it's really just as a society we wanted to recognise willingness to make sure we all left the building correctly. So the remaining amount in the account is pretty healthy, just about 2,930, minus £400 for the history room. That's not actually shown on this summary here, but that's reserved for the local history room. Are they still wanting it or not?
They will want it.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to want it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, just to explain that, Alan, I think
Yes.
I need to explain that. So we were given a sum by the parish council when we ran the local history room, and it was ring fenced only for the local history room. The parish council have taken over the running of the room. They're now responsible for it. But it was decided if we gave that money back, and this was with the agreement of the council, that would just be absorbed into general council funds. So actually what we've done in a way is held on to that, ring fenced it, so if they ever need anything for the history room, it'll come out of that pot. It just means that 400 is still reserved for the local history room.
Held in trust.
Yes, absolutely. I know it sounds like a bit of a fudge, but otherwise it would have just completely disappeared. That's the reason for that.
What expense, I haven't discussed this with council, but we have sort of touched on it in the past. This computer here is Windows 10. By October it is going to become defunct unless I can fiddle an upgrade with it, but it's not always recommended. So which is a shame. It's a supercomputer, it works very well, but you know what Microsoft is like. So that's something we may have to consider as an expense, but we'll cross that bridge later on in the year. Speaker costs for the year ahead are predicted to be reasonable, but room hire has increased, as I mentioned earlier. And I want to say thank you to Gary Brooks, who's over there, who's an accountant, and he's just carried out a professional review of the society finances for 2023-24. Thank you, Gary. That's me then, I think.
And pass our thanks to Sue as well.
Will do.
So, I now need to take over again. Thank you, Linda. I'm still chairman for the next couple of items. First up is the annual subscription. So, we had a long discussion about this at council, looking at the accounts, deciding on whether we needed to go on holiday to the Caribbean or not. And it was decided that we didn't. We weren't going to go this year. We weren't going to go this year. So, once again, it was decided that we would keep annual subscriptions at the same amount of £10 per year. It's never changed. And the reason is that Sue keeps such a close eye on our finances. And I think what it shows is that keeping that balance, that healthy balance, means that when we change rooms, when we have to pay speakers, that money is there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a vote from you on if you agree with keeping the annual subscription at £10 per year. So, everybody in favour, please raise your hands, raise your legs, raise your next door neighbour, do whatever you want, okay? And anybody against? Anybody abstaining? Super, that's carried unanimously then.
Yeah.
So, £10 a year. And if you haven't paid yet, please do so. Otherwise, we'll be along in the wee small hours of the morning to shove a bat up your night dress.
Yes.
All right. So please do pay. Yeah, and you'll get nagged. No, Linda won't. I would have done, but Linda won't. She's far harder than me. But yeah, you know how to pay. So we'll send that out on another email to you. And then finally is the nomination and appointment of officers. Alan, did we receive any other nominations?
No.
Okay. So everybody who's on council at the moment was, you chickens, everybody who's on council at the moment was willing to stand again. Linda will become chair, Philippa will become vice chair, and I will just drift away.
No, you're doing publishing programme.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Alright, well I'll just...
And set up the Zoom meetings and do
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just shove a broom and I'll just carry on sweeping. So yeah, I'm just going to go on to council. So if everybody's happy with those appointments, please raise your hands to show your agreement. And those against? And those abstaining?
Okay, I'll abstain.
You've got to abstain. Declare an interest. Yeah, so it's going to be one abstention just because of...
All right then, okay.
Just because of me. Okay, super. So in that case, then Linda, it really is now your turn. That's it. I'm done.
Are you sure?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm
You sure you've got nothing else to
I'm not going to say
Nothing else at all? Okay.
I'm
Well,
done.
I think that brings us really to our break now, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Brings us to the break. So, quick, run, get the kettle on. Okay. So, give us just a couple of minutes just to get ourselves organised and then come and have a cup of tea or coffee. Okay, and the biscuit.
Yeah, even better. Right, yeah, so give us a few minutes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Where this forms on.
Let's get you chairs. Where do we go?
Sorry, question? Yeah. Brilliant. Yes.